So here we are, finally in Banff. This is somewhere that we've been looking forward to on this trip. We just got parked easily as we came into town. There was a huge free parking lot, and it's just a 5-minute walk to downtown. So far we're pretty impressed, because we were expecting it to be a bit chaos since it's the middle of the summer and one of the most touristy places in Canada, but we're off to a good start. So hopefully you'll be able to hear us. We're just hiding behind this building here to try and tell you something about the town. It's super busy in town and it's really windy even here as well, so you might not hear it great. So Banff town is purely a resort town. It was purpose built for tourism. There was nothing here before, and it is just to host guests whilst they come to visit Banff National Park. The national park covers a huge area around about here, is world famous, as is the town, and it was the 3rd national park ever founded in the world and the 1st in Canada. The town itself has no other industry, it's purely tourism, so it's just shops, bars, hotels, restaurants. It's famous in the winter for skiing. There's 3 ski areas just in the national park alone, and many others round about the surrounding area. And in the summer it's equally as busy. There's up to 50,000 visitors a day in the summer. Most of them, it seems, are just wandering about the town. For us, it's the kind of place that we want to just visit, but really what we want to do is be in the mountains surrounding and the rest of the national park. It's just an incredible place. But the town itself has it's difficult to describe, but it's like a fairy tale world for us. All the buildings look so new, and the style of architecture, and hopefully that kind of comes across in the video, but it's really different for us because we're used to resort towns in Europe, ski towns in Europe, coming from originally being farming villages, or they had some other purpose before the tourism took over, whereas here this has been built purely for the tourism. But the bit that I'm most excited to tell you about is actually that the town was founded by a Scottish guy. In 1880, 3 Canadian railway workers discovered the hot springs up here. They told their boss being the president of the Canadian Pacific Railway Company, he was the Scottish guy. He decided that if they build a grand hotel next to the hot springs, they could bring tourists to the area. He saw the potential in the landscape round about. There was nothing here before. So that's what he did, and they also continued to build more hotels all the way along the railway for the same purpose. And since then there's been tourism growing every year. That was 1880, but it wasn't actually until 1990 that the town was incorporated as a town. So it's crazy for us. It is so new compared with anything in Europe. But I guess that's why it looks like this as well. But I really hope it comes across in the video. The place is just unbelievably beautiful.
This place just keeps getting better and better. We only came 5 minutes from downtown and we got to this beautiful viewpoint of Fairmount Springs Hotel with the Bow River Falls underneath it. Come and see this, it's beautiful. Good morning guys from Tujak campsite.
We had a great sleep last night and we've just woke up to another beautiful morning here at Tujak's campsite. So we're ready for another day exploring Banff, eh?
Yeah, let's go.
We're just getting packed up here after breakfast and we're actually going to stop at the reception and ask if we can get another night stay here, and then we're going to hit the road. This morning we've jumped in the truck and came up to Sunshine Village ski area. It's open in the summer for hiking as well, so we're about to go and buy a gondola pass and go up for some hiking and suss out the area. You got a friend?
Perfect.
$125 for 2 rides on a gondola. It ain't cheap, but nothing in Canada is, I suppose, especially not round about Banff area.
So there is 2 main gondolas in Banff area. There's the Banff gondola where you can go and sightsee from the top, you can get the views. And then there is this one which is part of Sunshine Village, which is actually a ski resort in the winter. So there's a gondola first and then we take a chairlift all the way to the top. Came up here today to hike, but the other reason was to get a feeling for the place and see how it would be for the winter. We still haven't decided what we will do for work here, but yeah, we are used to working in ski resorts, so we were thinking we would maybe like to do that here as well. So we need to decide which one we would like, because all the resorts here seem to be quite different, and they're definitely very different from the ones we're used to in Europe. So yeah, we're trying to get a feeling.
We've just been speaking to the girl who was serving us there when we had the coffee though, and she tells us that they do have staff accommodation up here, which is great for us, and we had a quick look online to see if they're hiring, and they're already hiring for the winter season, and positions start on the 27th of October, which is super early for us compared with European winter season jobs. So we might need to get a move on with our plans for the winter. So time for a hike now. We're going to take this chairlift to get a little bit higher and then we can hike to some lakes. 2,100 metres and we don't have sore legs yet. Maybe this gondola was worth paying for after all. Up here though.
Very cool. Let us know in the comments. So these 3 alpine lakes surrounded by alpine meadows are just incredible. It actually does remind us a little bit of Alps. I guess it's maybe because of all the wildflowers that are out as well. Not been to a place like this in Canada yet. It's really nice.
So we're back again at Two Jacks Lake. We've been lucky enough to get a space in the campsite again tonight. We're getting quite good at this. And we're just going down to the lake with a book and a towel and to chill out a little bit. So we're just going to have a bit of time down here reading and enjoying the views. We're ready to hit the road again. We're going to go up to Lake Minnewanka for a lunch stop and then head round into Banff town again.
We've been here a week ago when the weather wasn't so good and we were actually alone. Today's a long weekend. It's a Monday on a long weekend and it's so different. It's also sunny.
It's absolutely packed.
But we cannot even get a space, so different place altogether.
That's the goats causing a traffic jam again. And this is what you call a 10 out of 10 lunch spot. What about that for a view? We've just been talking about how we think it's really amazing that in Canada, even if you go to some of the most touristy places that there is, you can still get a spot to yourself, and it's probably because the place is just so vast. But you just saw the car park there. Lake Minnewanka is a really popular tourist destination near Banff, and obviously bank holiday weekend the car park was just absolutely full. But we drove 2 minutes along the road, we managed to park at the side of the road. Okay, we had to climb down a bit that maybe not everybody can come down, but we're now sitting on the lake shore having lunch, and it's just awesome that we can be in a destination like this on our own, because for us we just love the peace and quiet, and yeah, not another tourist in sight. It's perfect, eh?
It's beautiful.
Look at this.
Amazing how much difference sun can make. It just looks like a different place today. Beautiful.